Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with solid bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
All right, everyone, welcome back to our third map of the best of 3 series. It is going to be Vital Spark opening things up in style. Not losing a single player thus far, but Lily goes in for the frag. I think this round is kind of over here for Lily, and so it is for IPet. Vital Spark starting things off here on the CT side of things, which from what I can tell is going to be the favorite side for any of these teams. I mean, primarily it has been the CT sides that have won the games. If we recall correctly, the first map was this 2. It was 10 rounds for IPet, but it was 11 rounds for Vital Spark on the CT side, thus 2 that allowed him to secure the victory. On the CT side of Inferno, it was IPet to pick up 13 rounds, I like to say. It wasn't even 12. Yeah, I think it was 12 rounds on the CT side. On the back of it, they secured the game. And here, the CT side of Mirage is going to be utmost important here for Vital Spark, as they have been battered on Inferno. It is going to be just a cleanup here in top mid, it seems like. Only the one player remaining, but he's no longer with us. 2 rounds here for Vital Spark. Some decent weaponry coming out here from the IPet players. We can see that they have the AK-47s to work with, as well as some utility. Definitely not a lot. Enough for one smoke execute, but definitely not an elaborate fake here flying. Good shots coming in on Neuros, but it definitely came at a cost of his own health. It is still going to be a commitment here on the A bombs. It looks like the A split is looking good here for IPet. You can see that Rinku with the AUG does pick up the first one, but it's going to be quite difficult to get any refrags here, as he's not at the best position. And MSL goes in for the white peak, and will be locked-out with, I would say, a save by this point, is winning this one. Coming in through CPL, not the best position. And that's going to be the first round here for IPet. Now, IPet seems to be the better team on most occasions, from what I can tell. Especially if you take a look at the odds, folks. It has, in my knowledge, they seem to be the better squad in this matchup. So I would presume that even though they probably will pick up the majority of the rounds on the CT side of Mirage, I would presume that they can still do some damage here on the T side as well for now. They have more or less broken the economy for Vital Spark, which means that IPet in a great position to secure themselves yet another round here. The Vital Spark players do have a couple of those pistols to work with here. Lily does pick up a frag, and now we do see Neuros hoping to spot out something here, and he definitely hears the footsteps of the player, and he's going to go in for the shots, blindly shooting in the smoke. And he does pick up done damage, not a lot of it. Here's all the players. It's going to be flying to pick up a kill. And now a second one from flying, and pretty much the ace side is open for business as they found the ramp player and the last ramp player as well. 2 rounds right now for IPet as they equalize the scoreline here in Mirage. The purchase comes through here for Vital Spark. But I must say, though, it's not a very good purchase, to say the least. The rifles are here, and it is going to be a cleanup here in Palace. Some 2 kills working out. But on the back of it, IPet are not going to be slowing down. Oh, Fukur misses a crucial shot, but he finds the player in Ninja. So I guess it's a good trade overall. Rinku should and will be going down. And now it's only the lonesome player there. And wait. No, did they actually... Did they kill the player in jungle? That's quite peculiar. Of course runs the last kill, but I didn't even notice it. But I think the Flames actually consumed Rinku, and whilst they were spraying madly there for the smoke, they actually found a kill on the guy in jungle. So, wow, that is some great timing there for IPet. It is going to be now an eco here for Vital Spark. And this is a dangerous limbo for a lot of teams, whether it be on the CD side or the T side of a map, where one of the rounds, yes, you can make a purchase, it's a very good looking one, but if you end up losing that round, you must go for the eco. Once you save up the money and possibly give up a round, you can, again, have the purchase, and if you don't succeed in that purchase, again, you're back in the eco. So it's a vicious cycle here in Counter-Strike, and one of the ways to break it is by trying to win some of these rounds in a row. That's the basic gist of it. As basic as it might be, it is quite imperative. Venomcell, he's just walking out here on the A side, finding all the necessary kills. I'd like to say he's unopposed, but he did get softened up with those deagles. Player in top mid, flying with the game sense though. Good stuff from him. And it looks like IPet forgot one small problem. The bomb is not really in their possession, but it's not going to be required to pick it up. That's going to be the fourth round here for IPet as Vital Spark. They're back on the purchase here. AWP in the hands of Rinku. AWP in the hands of Locktot as well, so double op setup. The problem is though, even though they have gone for the double op setup, we can see that they don't have money for the Kevlar, and you might be wondering, is that a huge deal? I'd like to say yes, that is in fact a pretty huge deal for a team like Vital Spark. Being on the CD side, going glass cannon op. The problem is you can get very easily not only smoked off, but are very vulnerable to grenades, Molotovs, as well as rifle bullets in general. So even though you are still vulnerable, at the same time, this is probably the opportune time to be going for the aggressive plays, for the aggressive peaks. As you haven't invested too much, just the op. Oh, and your birthday suit. There we go. Lily picks up the guy in window. And they've actually boosted 4 players in window. This is peculiar stuff here from IPet. They can go wherever they want. And it looks like they've chosen the B site. That player is coming out from the shop area. Lily just opening things up. Tapping his way to a victory. Zhao with this fine one kill. The problem is, IPet, they're all over the map. They can't get anything done here. Vital Spark, 5 rounds here for IPet. I mean, that is a very weird approach. I don't think I've ever seen 4 players being boosted up in window. And with the 4 players being boosted up in window, like, you have so much freedom. You can go wherever you want. You can go towards the A side through jungle. You can go towards the B side through shop. And you can go through the A side on CT. So you have a lot of freedom once you boost up your players there. But more often than not, the player in window should be wary of such boost coming into play. But not with 4 people. Let's be real. Anyhow, this is simple eco here from the Vital Spark players, but they're doing the damage. This is good stuff. Even though they're only with the pistols here, it is quite important for them to do damage on the economy of IPet, and in that regard, they've done a solid job. They've actually killed 3 opponents, which means that they will have to reinvest. At the same time, though, Mutant and F-Core are sitting on almost $10,000. Actually, my bad. F-Core is sitting on $15,000. It's Mutant who's sitting on 11,000. So money is not that big of an issue for these players. And yes, if you're a Vital Spark right now, you want to try to win these rounds. There's no other way of putting it. The CT side is, I would presume, the side of the map. They're hoping to get as many rounds as possible. And as the commitment is taking place here on the B bomb side, Lockdown should be able to shut this one down. He's doing a fine job at it as he's going for more. He does get the tag, but not the kill. And F-Core, he will be going down as well. So, okay, that is a fine round here for Vital Spark. Definitely came down to the heroics of Locktot. Without him, I think that could have been a harder round for win for Vital Spark, but they do succeed nonetheless. So okay, a faster style of round didn't really work out here for the iPad players. They have been punished in that regard. So how will they approach moving forward? Will they try to go for the aggressive plays yet again, I wonder? Now it is going to be one of the players, Rinku, going for the jump up boost here. The players are due in his vicinity. He does get the tag on flying. There is, I think, a bit of a gap there. Neuros peeking on through will eliminate one of the players here, and Neuros gotta be quite careful about that one. He can still be punished here by Mutant, and he sees the player. Boom, punished, easy pickup. There's only one more player here in jungle, and that's pretty much it. iPet opening things up here like a can of, I don't know, a can of sardines, I like to say. A can of sardines is pretty easy to open. Lock type with AWP. Yeah, he's going to be backing away at this point. I think for him, it is quite important to save that big green gun. If he saves the AWP the next round, they can still make a purchase. And one way or the other, I think if you're a Vital Spark, you will still make the purchase. As we can see that the lose money bonus has built up here for the likes of Vital Spark, so they do have weaponry to invest. At the same time, though, the weapons aren't of the best quality. I mean, a Max 7 coming into play, not the best gun. AUGs and M4s are nice, but they don't have a lot of utility, so we'll see how this one's going to work out for Vital Spark. This is a round where they need to win this one, Vital Spark. If they don't, then again, it's going to be that vicious cycle of them going for the eco, the purchase, the eco, the purchase. They need to start winning some rounds here, and they might just do so in a round like this. We can see that the iPad players not really going for any map presence, and the Gil, oh, that's a beautiful timing. Let's take down one of these players, and in fact, there's the second guy coming in. They won't expect it to be the case. That's the bomb being dropped, and Rinku picking up Lily. This is a round Vital Spark have got to win. But as they say so, fly in. Some player on the side finds the first one, not the second one on Rose. And yeah, that is going to be the forefront here for Vital Spark. The heroics of the Interpass push pay dividend for the team. Or maybe it's better to say pay dividends for the team. Four more rounds to be played in this first half, so the scoreline can be quite different from what you've seen right now. Either we could see iPet having a dominant scoreline of maybe even reaching double digits, or we might see Vital Spark going for the comeback here on the CD side. They definitely want to see that happen. If you want to see a competitive game, guys, you want to see Vital Spark secure some of these rounds here. And for now, that's a great start. Locktop picks up the first kill. Flash does rein in. Oh, no, no, that is... Oh, that's so poor timing for the kill. But it does work out for him in the end, so... Interesting stuff. F-Corp picks the guy on the side. However, Rinku close by CPL. Might be punished by F-Corp here. The player is quite low in HP. He is peeking on through here. Not sure if that's the right choice there, but Locktalk gets the kill. And this is looking it. This is looking like a round here for Vital Spark. Their fifth one finally coming into fruition. And Lily, yeah, interesting that he's just firing off that Glock of his. I mean, he should definitely consider going for this round. I mean, his teammates have got loads of money. He has to consider going for this one, I'd like to say. Wait, this is odd. No one's really looking towards middle, so Lily can very easily punish one of the players here. The B side is completely empty. This is an oversight here from Vital Spark. That's going to allow for Lily to plant the bomb if he goes in for the straight-up plant. And if he's going to position himself towards short, that's a powerful position. But he knows. As he was entering short, an upshot whizzed through. So he's going to be playing passively on the side. Probably not the best position to be in. Locktot spots him out. Lily, he needs to find the individual engagements. He finds the first one and the second one. That is going to be a round for iPet as they pull it to 8. That was an oversight from the Vital Spark players. It was odd to see that he had all 3 players on that A site. And when the time was right for them to maybe begin rotating away from the bomb side, like, okay guys, this may not be necessarily an A side hit, we have to reposition ourselves. It happened way too late. And Lily, this is weird. He's with the op, he's pushing out there by his lonesome, and that's going to allow Rinka to pick up an easy AWP. I'm not sure if that was the correct way of approach. It's still IPet picking up some of these kills here, and Marcel picking up one. Fly as well. Oh, that he's just styling at his opponents. Spinning around, swinging around with that AK-47 of his. 9 rounds here for IPet. Noting the very simple fact that these teams seem to be favoring the CT side. For IPet, I think that's a pretty good scoreline. 9 rounds on the T side of Mirage, not too shabby. For Vital Spark, though, yeah, they want to try to acquire as many more rounds here as possible. Otherwise, this could very easily be an IPet game, I'd like to say. Some mid-presence coming out from IPet. We do see Rinku punishing NMSL in that position. Locktod with an AWP, very quick on his reactions. That is going to allow Vital Spark to have a very early 5 versus 3 advantage. Make that a 5 versus 2. So I'm looking at this situation, and I'm thinking Vital Spark, they should be able to close this one out, but as I say so, Flying, he's still doing the damage here. Oh, 2 kills for Flying. Now it's a 1 versus 3 here for Mutant, who has been quite silent here throughout the Mirage matchup. He is, though, still in position to win some of these engagements, and can't really say I'm a big fan of that push there from Gil. That's going to allow Mutant to pick up the kill. And now it's a 1 versus 2. Oh, this is awkward! This is awkward! But that's going to allow Mutant to pick up the kill. And now it's a 1 versus 1. You have got to be kidding me. Don't tell me Mutant is going to be able to pull this one off. I gave him some slack earlier that he's not doing that great on the scoreboard, but now the man's left in 1 versus 1. A doable 1 versus 1 to say the least. 30 seconds remaining. Mutant is going to make his way towards that A side, I would presume. And that's where Zhao is also heading towards. 20 seconds remaining. I'm not sure if Mutant is going to have the time to check every single nook and cranny, and he won't. He's going for the straight up bomb plant, and Zhao has got his angle. So from a 5 versus 2 to a 1 versus 1 at the end of it all. I mean, that was not a very clean round of Counter-Strike. I'll call it that. Not a clean round of Counter-Strike. A dirty round of Counter-Strike. That's the right word. 5 rounds here for Vital Spark, as the players do have some decent weaponry coming into play. However, it is a lack of utility. No AWPs this time around. And if we remember from earlier, it was Locktod and Rinku's AWPs that helped Vital Spark to open things up on the CD side. Flashes, smoke grenades, all being thrown out, all the utility being thrown out at this bomb site to have a successful hit. Lily runs through towards CPL. He finds himself the first, but that's all he's gonna get. And there is a slack of smoke grenades. No smoke grenade towards CT though, which is quite peculiar, but it's still a winnable situation here for IPet. A 1 versus 2, in which Locktod. Oh, that's a nice tag on Mutant. In which Locktod. Only the FAMAS. No defuse kit, and 1 tap from NMSL will end the madness. 10 rounds here for IPet. A very formidable scoreline. If I were to say who's going to be able to win this matchup, I mean, I'd probably go for the likes of IPet. I mean, 10 rounds on the terrorist side for a team that's clearly more of a seeded-sided roster. That's a pretty good scoreline for them, I'm not going to lie. Vital Spark have invested in some utility here. Looks like they're gonna keep things pretty simple. A commitment here on the A bomb side. No one really watching the site though. There is flying, but as he goes down, this is now Vital Spark's possibility to secure the T-pistol round. Look at Rinku though. He is very quick. Now the iPet roster probably going to try to go for this retake. It's definitely a possibility, and Marcel picks up the kill, and they still have the defuse kit in their position. So it's still quite doable in that regard, but the gush comes in from Neuros and Lily, taking his sweet time to get the taps, and then it's a 2-on-2. Make that a 2 versus 1. Lily more or less anticipates the players to use positioning. He's down to the 1 versus 1. He can pull this one off. Rinku, though, gets the last couple of bullets in, and that's Vital Spark with the round. A business round victory. Utmost important for the terrorists, as we can see that their economy is now in a pretty fine position. They can make the purchase of the AK-47s. They can have themselves a pretty good lead. Well, not necessarily a pretty good lead, but a possibility to extend their scoreline, because iPet, for them, is this the simplest of ecos. Pretty much a full eco, except for Lily and a couple of the guys who invested in the flashes. Oh, this could be deadly, though. The 2 flashes, very deadly. That's going to allow him to pick up the 2 kills. And that's the bomb being dropped. Oh, boy. This is not looking good here for Vital Spark. This is round. They have to be winning every single day of the week. Losing it to a full eco, that's disgusting. And I mean, a scout to play with, an AK-47. This is quite good here for iPet. Though, I must say, the ladder player, the guys here in ladder room, in a position to get some refrags in. Lily coming in through ladder. That's a good pickup. And Rinku in the middle area. It's falling apart now, isn't it? This round is falling apart. Loctite. Can he stop the madness? In a 1 versus 5 on an eco? Possible. But the position here for iPet, it is superb right now. And Loctite, last man standing, AK-47 to the face. And 11 rounds here for iPet. Not even losing a single player on a full eco. That is wrecked. The definition of being wrecked. And yes, Vital Spark. They're investing in this round. Quite understandable. Their money has been reset, so going with the force buy here means that maybe with the Deagles they can get something done. We saw what the USPs can do for iPet, so I wouldn't be too surprised if the Deagles can do something similar, though that's not a good start. Lily picks up the first kill. Oh, that's a nice pickup there for the kill. And we can see that this round is probably not the cleanest one out there for iPet. We can see that one of the players does go down, and Loctite in position to do some more damage. Good shot coming in. Ooh. Actually thought he might just get the second one, but it's not meant to be. 12 rounds here for iPet. Vital Spark, for them, it is back on the eco territory. In this case, it is a full eco here for Vital Spark. Yeah, looks like Vici has been able to dominate some of their domestic opposition, I guess you could say. Now, of course, the bracket is set up in a way that, even though, in this case, if a team like Vital Spark is going to lose this one, they're still going to be able to fight in the next opponents. Flying though. Oh, this is easy. This is crisp, clean. However, no ace. And Marcel is the one to steal the last kill. But anyhow, it is a clean round nonetheless. iPet now secure 13 rounds, and this is the scary bit for a team like Vital Spark. iPet are clearly more favored here on the Ceto side. And because that is the case, I don't know if Vital Spark will have the same amount of success here on the T side as a team like iPet had not too long ago. Investment in the AK-47s, a Krieg in the hands of Neuros. In terms of weaponry, it's not too bad here for Vital Spark, and in fact, they also have some utility to work with. And F-Core, can't say I'm a big fan of that peek. The flash does run in, but it's not effective to say the least. Good double peek though on the guy in ramp. And Lily also picks up the kill, so this is again a round that's quite doable here for Vital Spark, unless a guy like Loctite can find the frag here. Good opening here on the B side. Because that means the B side, it's open. It doesn't have a single defender. The player, though, got to be quite careful coming out from the kitchen area. Or shall I say shop? It is a shop, though. Not the kitchen. The kitchen would be regarded as the place in the B apartments. And here, though, NMSL and Flying definitely want to try to go for the retake. I don't really see a world why you even wouldn't want to try to go for this one. Is you still have money for days here. Flying almost gets the second one, and now it's down to the 1 versus 1. He pulls it off, Flying! You crazy player! He gets himself the 4 kills, and the 1 versus 3 to boot. And that is a round you have to win if you're a Vital Spark. I mean, come on, that is... That's horrible. That is a round you must win if you're a Vital Spark. That is not a round you lose. And well, after the losing the full eco, that was quite motivating. Now losing a 1 versus 3 like that, that is got to be dissatisfying to say the least. Horrible start here on the T side for Vital Spark. And now a simple push here on the A side. Ballsy play from Vital Spark. But that just might be enough to maybe get themselves the round here. Flying now styling these opponents right now. Not even being cleared out, and though I do say maybe one of the players has styled their opponents, we do see the kill. Oh, there's some nice shots coming in. I don't know, this might be still doable. Mutant though, no one's looking towards CT spawn. Big mistake. Mutant is the one to pick up a kill and drops the bomb carrier as well. So the round may not be over just yet. A 2 versus 2. Kind of doable here for the Vital Spark players. The kill. Hoping to spot at the player here in CPL, but Lily hasn't revealed his position though. That's the interesting part. This is good. Mutant right now in a position where he should be able to find here on the kill. If he doesn't, he has his teammate in connector here. There we go. Good refract coming in. And now it's down to Lockout. I think he actually spotted out the player. Molotov rings in. What is he? Lily? The bomb is... Yep, it's right there. He has a smoke grenade. This is weird. This is very weird. This should have been a round here for Lily. He could have been able to win that one. He still had a kit to work with, and I didn't know what to say. That was quite confusing. I mean, once the timer began ticking, you still have 10 seconds to go for the defuse. Lily still had a chance to win that one. He pops the smoke, and he can just stick the defuse. So, right, that's interesting round. That's what I'm going to call it. An interesting round here of Asian Counter-Strike. Oh, someone missed the smoking window. Uh-oh. That's a bit of a shame. They're just going to have to walk out dry, it looks like. But the good thing for them is there's not a single player here in the middle. So that's a great opportunity here, but Lily is still in underpass. That's the problem for a player like Lily. He can't really retreat back through middle, the safe avenue. He's going to have to go for the B apartments, and that's the risky bid. The Gil actually landed some taps there in F-Core. NMSL, though, spots the player. Almost gets the kill, though. It is going to be NMSL to come out on top. But again, early advantages here for IPet. And I do believe Lily is still stuck there in no man's land in the underpass areas. So that's a very interesting position. Flying, though, with the AUG. Picks up the kill on Zhao. And you have Loctot and Gil. Can't really say they're in the best positions right now. A 5 versus 2. We have seen a 5 versus 2 being won by the IPet squad. I'm not sure if Vital Spark can pull it off as well. Now it's a 1 versus 4 here. Loctot coming in from the underpass position, but he has been spotted out. 15 rounds right now for IPet. They're now 1 round away from securing the victory here on Mirage. And by securing a victory in Mirage, they win the best of 3. If you guys haven't seen the entirety of the best of 3, the first map, it did win in favor here of Vital Spark. I think it was 16-12 on Dust 2. The second map, dominant performance from IPet, 16-3 on Inferno. And on Mirage, something tells me this is going to be an IPet victory. But before that is the case, before I can 100% confirm you that this is an IPet victory, we must see how this round plays out. It is going to be a force break here from Vital Spark, but it's a pretty wacky one. They do have a scout in the hands of Neuros, and that's going to open things up. So that is a good start here for Vital Spark. Lily though picks up a kill. The kill goes down, and now it's all up to Zhao and Loctok, pardon me. Loctok again coming in from the underpass area. He knows there's clearly some players in connector. The flash does win in, and he can't get it done. 16-7 here for the likes of IPet. And that's going to be it here, folks. That's the end for our first best of 3 of the day. We're going to have a lot more matches coming in here throughout the entirety of the day. We do have matches being broadcast on the first, the second, the third StarLadder broadcasts. So, of course, if you want to see the right match, the one you want to see being played out, of course, stay tuned to the other channels. But for now, that's going to be it for me, folks. Stay tuned for our next best of 3, which should begin at approximately 40 so minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.